afternoon, entrepreneurs, business owners, innovators, pioneers, risk takers, and thank you all for actually trusting in FATE Foundation, coming to FATE Foundation for your entrepreneurship development. And from what I can see here, I know sometimes in the first 12 months, you are struggling to put in place everything that you learn in the course, but over the years, everything kicks in and you start growing your business with what you've learned from FATE. So I want to thank you very, very much for coming to FATE. And I hope that you all refer people to FATE as well, whenever they're talking about wanting to get their businesses up and running. Okay, my first presentation is about building a strong and motivated workforce to grow your business. And I've been asked to focus specifically on strategies to source and build a strong team workforce. Okay. So the reason we've been asked to focus on this is because MSMEs in particular find it difficult to find capable staff due to many reasons, which you know, but because I want to give you time for question and answer, I won't make this as interactive as I would normally. But the major issue is financial constraints. That's what people will tell you. We don't have enough money. We can't pay them enough. They won't stay, right? And that they would rather be a messenger in a multinational or a big corporation than come and work and be because I don't have any recognizable name and so on and so forth. So that's what they believe. But there is good news. These days, with the profile of workers that we have and with the economic realities on the ground, it is possible to find exactly who you are seeking at a reasonable if you use certain point of FATE Foundation actually and our program. It's about if you use certain strategies, almost anything is possible. So the question I'm going to seek to answer in my presentation is how can capable in terms of aptitude and skill and willing in terms of attitude employees and team members who are willing to grow with you during your startup and expansion when financial remuneration may not be attractive. So that's the question I'm going to seek to answer. And then my colleague in HR is going to take us on to how you can institutionalize. So please, as we're going along, if you have any questions, note them down, and we'll take them at the end. Okay. The first thing I want to talk to you about is something that I'm sure many of you have heard about. It's called Generation Y. Some people call them millennials, okay? How many of you are seeking to recruit employees who are over 35 years of age? Put your hand up. Okay, only one person in the room, okay? How many of you have employees who are 35 years old, excluding yourself? 5. 5 people in this room, okay? What does that tell you? It means that your workforce and your potential workforce are Generation Y. They are millennials. This is very important because they are not like us. So all those complaints, I don't understand. They are not, they are supposed to, you are using your own benchmark to judge them. They are not like us. They are very different. Okay, so, and when I say they're very different, they are fundamentally different from us. We've been socialized to behave in certain ways. They differences here. So by 2025, they will form 75% of the workforce. Right now, most owners, managers are not in that category, but most of your employees that you are seeking are. But very soon, they're going to be the bulk. So reality check. We need to figure out how to attract and retain these people right now. Otherwise, second one, they have grown up with technology. For them, technology is normal. For them, technology is like, worse for me, let me not say us, let me say for me. Growing up with a phone that you go, turn it like this, or the ones that you are tapping, okay? For them, having mobile technology, downloading, streaming, social media, having friends that you've never met and you're very close to, having romance with somebody you've never met, all of those things are normal to them, okay? And it doesn't just apply to their social life. It also applies to their working life too. So that's something you need to understand. The third one is that for them, it doesn't matter if they're in a village or in a town or in Nigeria. Their life is global. They are living a global life. The life they are living in their head is not local. It is global. And they are judging and assessing themselves by those measures as well. Finally, also in terms of development, it's not that I'm coming to work for you. You will tell me what I need to learn. You will tell me how my career, you will send me where I need to go, okay? And that if you don't train me, I will not be trained. No. Their life is about self-development, self-management. In fact, they believe they are even self-employed, even when they are on salaries. You are just their current client. Yes. You are their current client. So they think very differently. And lastly, which we find it very difficult to understand, because we think they are very selfish, superficial, unserious. Is this resonating, some of those adjectives I'm using? It's because they are so different from us. For them, it's about them. What do I want in my life? What do I want to do? It's not about how can I help my parents. Yes, they might help their parents, they might help their community, but that is not what their life is about. It's about them. It's not about their company. It's not about their boss. It's about me. So, with these people, you must be using win-win. If I want you to help me do something because you too are going to benefit. There has to be something in it for them. Let me talk about social collaboration a little bit as well. They are used to being on their phone all the time, chatting, yes? With you too, their boss, they are expecting you to be chatting with them 3-6 times a day, not waiting for a meeting or a letter or a report. Why are you waiting for a report? I can just, WhatsApp you what's going on. I can take a picture, okay? Meanwhile, you guys are still waiting for, okay, at the end of the day, they think completely different from you. We think completely different from them. But this is our workforce. So I want you to take a minute to think about that. So, what do we have to do? What do we have to do? So I'm going to share some of their characteristics with you before I continue. One of them is they expect their career progression to fly from day one. So not that they'll come, work, pay their dues, and gradually every 2 or 3 years you'll send them up. Nope. Number 2, they believe that they are stars waiting to be discovered. It's reality TV generation. Okay? So you are the one who has not recognized that you have a very special person working for you. Yeah? They will change jobs at least 3 times in their career. 6 times is not unusual. Okay? So expect them not to stay beyond a certain amount of time, and plug that into your strategy. I have to have a strategy that my business will be stable and have staff even as they are coming and going. It's going to be a revolving door. You know those round doors, yeah? So as people are coming in, other people are going out, yeah? But as long as there's a steady stream going through your business, there won't be any problem. So I have to have a steady stream of employees, capable, willing employees going through my business. They expect to use social media and technology for work and for play. How many of you allow your employees to use social media and stuff like that during the working day? I'm saying allow. I'm sure nobody allows, but it just happens. Yeah? Okay? This is an expectation. It's part of their life. I mean, that's the way they breathe. And you are trying to block them from it. You can try. You won't be successful. That is the language they are speaking. And if you are not speaking to them in that language, you are missing a lot of, they will never feel part of you. If their company is not also, or their orga is not also on Instagram, and you have a Facebook page, and you're posting, and you have WhatsApp groups. If you're not doing all of that, they will not, that sense of belonging that, can't you treat this business like it's your own business? No, they cannot. They can't. Okay? I've talked about engagement. Yeah, they're not lazy. They're not lazy. They're ready to work really hard. They're ready to work all hours. They're ready to work when they're on leave. But there must be flexibility. So in that case, tell them what they must deliver and then give them the space. And if they don't deliver, you can come down hard on them, and that's fine. But don't try and say, okay, you must do it between 9 to 5, all that sort of stuff, because something else might be going on in the social world that they want to get involved with, and it's critical for them. Okay, your own is, do I get what I need to get out of this employee? That's what I need to be focusing on. Okay, and lastly, really for them, there's nothing like Oga. There's only employer. That's it. You're not their employer, you're not their Oga. Some people, because of their home bringing, might still be like that, but most of them, they're not. We are peers. It's just that you are my employer, you are the person paying my salary. There's no master. Yeah? It's gone. So, I've got some tips about some of the things that you can do. The first thing is attraction. Making them feel that this is a good place to go to. They play games. I don't know, some of us have solitaire on our phone, but they have all these games. I don't play them, so I don't know them. Candy Crush, this one, that one. They like competitions. You see videos on Facebook, they post test yourself quiz. That's what they enjoy doing. You need to use that in your attraction strategies. Make games, make it a competition. My daughter spent the summer doing an internship. And I told her to get it. She's worked every summer since she was 13. This past year, I said, make sure you get a job. Oh. She said, oh yes, there's one internship she wants to go for. No problem. It's called She Leads Africa. Sounds interesting. She had to do a video, do a presentation, how she can deliver, and so on, for them to consider before they will decide whether she can come and work for them or not. They're not paying her. And all of them did this. Make it like that for your employees. You'll be surprised. Make it hard. Make them jump through some hoops to come to your company. And they'll think, yeah. You know, do a video. Tell me why you are the best person for this job. Yeah? Even though you are the one looking. Gamification. You know, speak their language a bit more. Find them in class. If you are lucky and the sort of work you do, there are schools, technical schools, or places that prepare kids for that career. Go and find them there. Go and engage them in their school, in their university, the college, whatever it is. You leave some branded materials. You would have a steady pipeline coming through. You can even talk to the teachers about, look, many of the people who come out into this job, they lack this skill. Can you train them on this particular thing, okay, in class? It will minimize your recruitment costs. Bring it down to almost nothing. Seek them in their element. Wherever they are, wherever they spend their time, that is where you should be looking for them. These people are not going to be in Guardian on Tuesday. I'm not saying don't advertise in Guardian on Tuesday, because if you do, a lot of people, their parents might see it, other people might see it and send it to them. But where they naturally are, is it concerts? Is it exhibition, fashion week, whatever it is, that is where you need to go and look for them. And then CSR, for them it's not enough to work. They must be making a difference in the world. They must be shaking the world. The world must know that they were there. They have made an impact. Twice a year we go and do cleanups in some public schools. You'll be surprised. They won't look at it as a chore. They'll look at it as, yes, you know, we're making a difference in our environment, in our community. That is something that is critical to millennials. It's critical. So whatever charity work you're doing and other work that you're doing, share it with them, let them know. Because it will make them feel closer and have a better, more proud of their organization. So in terms of recruiting, I've talked about sourcing and attraction is about the same. So I've talked a bit about that. But in terms of the job description, many SMEs, I hope my FATE alumni are not among you, and not among them. Many SMEs don't have job descriptions. Some of them don't have employment letter. Some of them don't give their staff targets. You are a receptionist, go and sit down there, start working. How will she know she's doing her job well? Has she been trained? How many walk-ins must she convert to selling rooms or whatever? Nothing. So you have to make, I know in FATE Foundation we talk about this a lot, so you have to have your job description, but now the job description is not enough. You have to make sure the job description has the exact skills and personality traits. Must be a friendly person. Must like speaking to strangers. Whatever is required, must be a meticulous person, very particular. Whatever is required for the job, that trait, you must put it in the job description. Okay? And some targets if you can, so they understand that, okay, it comes with responsibility. Prepare them as much as possible. Coming in, whatever they are told coming in, that is what they expect to be judged on. It's too late when they're already in on the job to tell them, no. They will feel it's a breach of contract. So your job description has to be as detailed as possible. And in the other session, they're talking about so many tools online. There are so many tools online. And of course, FATE Foundation, we're there for you as a resource for that. So in recruiting, look for skill, don't look for qualification. So let me tell you what I do. So I am not a recruitment agency, but I recruit for some of my clients. And when people come, it doesn't matter whether they say they have a master's degree. I give them a piece of paper with a written passage on it. Abimbola, are you here? Okay, so Abimbola does that. She's a member of my staff. She gives them a piece of paper with a passage on it. The passage is from a primary school reading book. And we ask them to read it aloud to us. We don't take anything for granted. From that, some people will go. Then we ask them, give them another piece of paper and ask them to write an application for the job in front of us. I know some bankers who do that. From that, 75% of the people will go. Okay? So whatever it is you're hiring them for, even if they say they have experience, they've been trained for it, you must test them for it in your recruitment process. If they need to use the computer and they say, oh yes, I can use Word, I can use PowerPoint, say, oh, okay, here, please go and do this on Word, please go and do this on PowerPoint. It's not tell me again, show me at the recruitment stage. Don't let them come in first and then you now have to start managing, okay? Because you're managing too many other things. How am I doing for time? Okay? Employment branding, so I'm glad we're following the digital. They want to be part of your brand. So even if you are not a big name, like Seplat, okay? Even me, Habiba Balogun Consulting, as long as I have my logo, I have my Facebook page, I have my LinkedIn page, I have my Instagram, I have other things. If you don't have a brand, whether it's well known or not, they feel that, I'm not working for a serious place. Okay? Because everything is branding, designer branding. This is millennials. If there's no brand, then there's, okay? So this is not just for your customers. This is for your staff, for your potential staff. And then candidate experience. Please treat them the way you would treat your clients. Please treat them the way you want them to treat your clients. If you invite them for 2 o'clock, be ready for them by 1:55. When they come in, welcome them. Don't keep them waiting 4 hours before they are interviewed. Don't sit them there, you don't offer them water, you don't. The customer experience is not just for the external customer. It's also for your internal customer, okay? And they are learning from you. I mean, in recruitment, one of the tests we do, we tell them, okay, like for hospitality or sales, we'll tell them, okay, here, this is a biro. Sell me this biro. You have 1 minute to sell me this biro. Anything you like. And the person will think, okay, and then they'll say, and they will start performing. And you will see. And you'll see another one you can say, make me laugh. And some people will tell a joke, some people will be inappropriate, some people will be creative. And you say, yeah, you can tell. They'll give you a little taste of whether this is the sort of person, the exact sort of person that I'm looking for. The point is, I don't want you to feel you must manage because you're an SME. Go for exactly what you need because you have so many other challenges and problems and business environment issues that you're tackling. You can't be battling with your staff at the same time. Developing talent. Okay, come one. Okay, so managing talent. So onboarding, I've talked about bringing them on board. Make sure it's really good. Have an induction program. Tell them everything they need to know about the company. tell them everything they need to know about the work that your company does. They can't come and later on they say, oh, I didn't realize you're in a meeting. They'll say, oh, but I didn't realize that we do that too. Come on. As they are coming in, they should know everything they need to know about your organization and give them everything that you have to use. Succession planning, I've said it's a revolving door. So you have to plan. As people are coming in, people are going out. So I can't have one person that knows everything. If that person goes, I'm stuck. Yeah? Make sure you're always knowledge sharing around. So more than one person knows how to do things, or at least you, the employer, knows how to do everything. You can always train the next person. Team building, do things that will give them a sense of team spirit, team bonding. I belong to a community, okay? It doesn't have to cost you any money. It can be, let's just chat, let's celebrate somebody's birth, let's cheer somebody on for an achievement. And then employee engagement, I've said they need more frequent engagement than normally, okay? And lastly, which is very important, just because you're an MSME and you can't afford a nice office, your office will not be clean. Cobwebs on the window, sand on the floor. That one is a question of a brush and a mop. Really, there is no reason for that, okay? If you can't afford cleaners, part of the job description is, before you start doing your work, come and clean your workspace. Yeah. Okay, your work environment. A lot of pride comes from the work environment. It doesn't matter whether it's low cost or high cost. Make sure it is decent, it's healthy for your staff. Okay. Hold on a minute. Developing talent. So I've said learning is the most important thing for them. If they don't feel they're developing when they're with you, they will not stay, because you are just their current client. So they are always seeking to learn so that they can move on to other clients. It's part of the deal. If you're not going to develop me, I'm not going to stay with you. So that is something you have to offer. That doesn't mean you should pay for courses. You don't have to pay for courses. But you'll be teaching them skills. You'll be talking to them. You'll be engaging them, wisdom, mentoring, coaching, all sorts of things like that. Okay, it's critical. And then they too, without prompting, they'll say they are going for masters, they are going for certification, ICANN, ACCA. You need to support them in those efforts because it's so important to them. And in terms of retaining them, so you've got your fantastic staff. And if you're like me, you want to showcase your fantastic staff to other people. And those other people will say, this is the exact stuff that I need. And will poach your staff or try to poach your staff. Now, if you've done all those things I told you before, they will not go anywhere. Especially the engagement, the personal development, the pride, the CSR, the flexibility. Literally, they will not go anywhere. And you speak to them nicely. We're not saying don't correct them when they do wrong, or don't shout when you're frustrated, but in general, you speak to them nicely. Please, those of you who are guilty, know yourselves, okay? But you need to make sure that you identify the staff with potential, talk to them, what do you want to do in life? Help them work towards what they want to do in life. They will stay with you for those 3 years or 4 years that they are working towards what they want to do. And while they are there, you will get the full benefit from them. They will leave. And if you are fortunate, and this happens more often than not, 3 years later, when they are superstars, they'll be ready to come back. They will be ready to come back. So when somebody is leaving and is good, let them know that it has been great. I'm ready to take you back anytime, okay? And remember to refer customers to us as a friend of the house. So recruiting, use technology to manage your HR. I know many of you will not have time. These days, there are cloud-based technologies. There, even some I have found, you can have HR management information system on your phone. It's an app. You download the app. And it will help you with leave administration, payroll. So that's a very simple thing to do. You don't need to pay for a huge technology platform. If you do have a lot of staff, you have to use technology if you want to manage them with the speed that you need to engage these millennials, okay? You have to use technology. And to close, I just want to say everything has to work together. So when you're recruiting, remember diversity. Diversity is important. Diversity will add between 20 and 40% to your bottom line. Okay? Don't have all the same types of people, even if they have different gender, different ethnic group. Have different types of people in your organization. It has been proven to help you be more profitable. You know, when you use recruitment, you need to manage them properly. You need to develop them in different ways of developing them, and you need to retain them. These new types of employees that need new types of workday structures, that flexibility. So I know many of you in your minds will have a fixed idea of this is how things must be. This is how proper work is. This is a working day. They are very strongly held beliefs, okay? Those strongly held beliefs work for most of us in this room. Those strongly held beliefs do not work for most of your workforce and most of your potential workforce. So you have to decide, do I want to be successful? Do I want to grow my business? If you want to be successful and you want to grow your business, you can't do it without people. You can't do it without staff. And these are the staff you have to do it with. So put on your thinking cap, okay? Do some more research if you need to. Get advice from whoever you want to advise. Have some conversation. Talk to them. They'll even tell you what's the best way to manage you. Because me, I can't continue the way we are going on. And they will probably tell you, okay, just do it like this. Sorry, ma. Sorry, sir. Okay, you know. Yeah? And I wish you all the best. Great.